You won't believe what happened after Riley Burruss revealed her stepsister Kaela's hidden connection. Let me understand, the narrative did not finish with Riley's startling interview. It truly took a more dramatic turn when Todd Tucker, Kaela's father, finally handed his reaction. And this was not a calm reaction at all. This was a reaction loaded with rage, dissatisfaction, and emotions that shocked the whole home. Todd had always imagined himself as a father who was open with his children. He believed they trusted him. But this discovery smashed that image into fragments. This is how the storm inside the Burruss-Tucker family started to grow even bigger, and the drama that was once just whispers suddenly got louder than ever before. Todd Tucker was surprised when Riley mentioned about Kaela dating a white dude for almost 1 year. But here is the startling part. Instead of trying to comprehend, Todd quickly reacted with rage. He called Kaela into a private chat, yet his voice was full with rage. He claimed he felt betrayed, not because she dated someone, but because she hid it from him for so long. For a father who trusted his daughter to be honest, this was not simply a secret. This was a wound. He told her that she had been living a double life behind his roof, appearing to be busy with work or friends, when in actuality she was meeting someone over and again. This is when it gets interesting because Kaela, instead of defending herself, stayed utterly silent. Her quiet made Todd even more irritated because he felt that stillness was an acceptance, as if Riley's words were true. What makes this story unusual is that Todd did not stop at scolding Kaela. The weirdest part is that he turned toward Riley as well. He shouted at Riley for revealing the family's private concerns in such a public way. He told her that she had stolen what was an intimate issue and put it out in front of the globe. He reminded her that a family's secrets are designed to stay inside the family, not become a topic for fans and gossip blogs. But Riley stood firm. She added that she only told the truth because she could no longer living in a house full of falsehoods. Destiny took an unexpected turn here because Todd now found himself grappling with both daughters at the same time. One for keeping a secret and the other for revealing it. The home, which was already divided, now felt like a battleground of emotions. Todd's rage toward Kaela was laced with hurt. He said he did not understand why she felt she had to hide from him. He told her he had always tried to be supportive, but her behaviors proved she did not trust him. This was not just about dating a white dude. It was about the trust that had been broken between a father and his daughter. Kaela kept her head down and did not argue, but that stillness created a larger storm. Fans started to suggest that her silence was equal to guilt, that if she was innocent or whether Riley had altered the story, she would have spoken up immediately. But she did not, and that silence was louder than any words. On the other side, Riley was not quiet either. She said in front of Todd that she had no option but to uncover the truth. She explained that she had spotted Kaela sneaking out, lying about her schedule, making excuses, and she carried the load for months. Riley informed Todd that if she had stayed silent any longer, it would have been unfair to both him and Kandi. But here is the startling part. Todd did not see it that way. He accused Riley of betrayal as well, indicating that she was not protecting the family. She was damaging it by going public. He said she had damaged her sister's life, damaged her father's trust, and embarrassed the complete family name. This is where it gets interesting again because KandiBurruss, who had always backed Riley, stayed entirely silent amid Todd's rant. People close to the family said her silence demonstrated that she agreed with Riley, but she did not want to throw fuel to the flames by bickering with Todd. Still, that quiet stung Todd even more since he felt alone in his wrath. He believed his wife should have backed him, but instead she simply stood by Riley's side, as she had done many times before. This made Todd feel like his family was not just broken between the two sisters, but also between husband and wife. The weirdest part of this entire affair was how quickly emotions took hold. Todd, who was generally the mediator, immediately became the most forceful voice in the room. He blasted the premise that Kaela's relationship might ever be acceptable because it was constructed on lies and secrecy. He informed her that love was not the issue, but honesty was, and she had failed him entirely. Kaela still remaining silent, which just left the questions growing. Why didn't she defend herself? Why didn't she deny anything? Or was she simply too terrified of what her father would say if she admitted the truth? These unsolved questions only helped the fire burn hotter, while Riley continues to say she did what she had to do. Now, the drama that started with Riley's comments had become bigger because Todd's violent reaction added gasoline to the controversy. The fans who were already separated now had even more to discuss. Some felt Todd was right that Riley should not have exposed the family secret in public. Others said Todd was wrong for shouting at Riley since she was merely trying to be honest. And in the middle of all this, Kaela's silence made anything more complicated. Destiny truly took an unexpected turn in the Burruss-Tucker family because what should have been a private father-daughter chat developed into a public scandal that nobody could stop. You won't believe how the dispute within the Burruss-Tucker family extended after Todd's spectacular reaction. Let me tell you, the house that was already tight suddenly turned into an area full with shouting, tears, and deep silence. This is how the family dining table, which was supposed to bring them together, became the focus of their biggest fight. Todd sat there, still simmering with wrath, his voice reverberating around the house as he reminded everyone that trust was more crucial than love or secrets. But here is the startling part. While Todd's words were heavy and full of disappointment, Kaela still refused to defend herself. She sat silently, avoiding his eyes as if she had accepted whatever Riley said. This is when it gets interesting. Todd's fury was not only about Kaela dating a white man in secret. It was about the sensation of betrayal, the pain of being left in the dark. He told her directly that if she had trusted him even a little, she would have told him from the beginning. He stated it hurt him more that Riley knew first that Riley had carried the truth for months, while he, the father, was the last to know. That sensation made him lash out even harder. The weirdest part is that Todd reminded Kaela of all the times he defended her in family fights, all the times he told Riley and Kandi to give her room. And now in return, she had given him quiet and falsehoods. What makes this story different is the way Riley and Kaela's rivalry abruptly became the fire that engulfed everyone else. Riley, who was standing firm, stated in front of Todd that she never wanted to injure Kaela, but she could not keep the truth buried forever. She claimed she had done it for him so he would not be blindsided. Destiny took an unexpected turn when Todd shouted back that she had not done it for him, but for herself. He accused Riley of seeking attention, of wanting to prove that she was always right about Kaela. He said Riley had turned the family's private wound into public rumor, and that was something he could never forgive easy. You won't believe how intense the moment became when Riley and Todd glanced at each other, both reluctant to back down. Riley insisted she was right. Todd insisted she was wrong, and Kaela sat in silence. Let me tell you, that stillness was like gasoline for the fire since it made Riley look stronger in front of her father. But it also made Todd even more dissatisfied with Kaela. This is how the triangle of father, daughter, and stepdaughter caused a storm that was too hefty for anyone to stop. But here is the startling part. Even though Todd was upset at Riley, deep down he could not overlook that her remarks fit what he was currently witnessing. Kaela's quiet, Kaela's refusal to refute anything, made Todd doubt everything. He started to wonder if Riley had really exposed the truth that he had refused to see. Fans later said this was the time Todd knew he could not fully stand on one side. He was caught in between, torn between his duty to Kaela and the brutal honesty Riley had thrown at him. This is when it becomes fascinating again. KandiBurruss, who had been silent until now, finally spoke. But instead of protecting Kaela, she gently said that Riley only did what she believed was right. Kandi's sweet words hit Todd like a hammer. He turned to her in wrath, questioning why she always supported Riley, why she could not see that Riley's public confession had shamed the complete family. The weirdest aspect is that Kandi stayed calm. She said the truth was already out, and now all they could do was face it. She reminded Todd that disregarding Kaela's secrets would only create greater damage later. But Todd saw this as betrayal. He said his wife had abandoned him in the fight, opting Riley's side instead of standing with him. What makes this story unusual is the way the conflict was no longer only regarding Kaela's dating secret. It had now evolved, became a conflict about allegiance within the family. Todd was questioning his